Totally forgot to do the 2 cam. It's so dude, it's been such a minute since I've hit these buttons. We had this whole thing planned out. We're gonna open up 2 cans of pop at the same time. Didn't work out.
It did not.
Here. How's that cam even? There it is. Look good.
Yo. What's good?
Actually, I need to adjust the brightness on it. Stay there and look pretty. John, you're in here too.
Yep.
So before we get into it, what did you guys think of Loki while I'm fixing Rick's camera?
It's a good episode.
I think it was probably the best one.
Like you said last week, I liked both of the last two, even the last one that nobody else liked.
I knew you would like that one. I knew it.
Yeah,
that's literally what I said. I was like, everyone's talking so much shit about this episode, including me. John's probably gonna fucking love it.
Oh yeah, it was
Sure
great.
enough. And it's not that it was bad. I know, and quite frankly, like it was fine. It wasn't anything. It was okay. It just wasn't as good as the first 2 episodes. It was and there was nothing happened in it. Now that you've seen it, I can actually talk to you about it. I can do a recap of that episode. The only thing that happens in that episode at all is that line where they find out that the TVA people aren't created by the timekeepers. And it's a throwaway line that's not even the plot of the episode. Everything else in the entire episode is complete bullshit. Goes against all character in every aspect. Like Loki just gets thrown out of the train. It's so stupid.
That was stupid.
Like it was just dumb. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
This whole series boils down to
how the cameras.
It boils down to the first. Whoa, I do look terrible. What
I told you, dude.
On?
You look like a potato.
We can't really help that. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Thanks.
You're a very handsome man, Joe.
No, it's potato quality.
I'm looking.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking at the. I'm looking at my screen. It looks nice and pristine.
Dude, yeah.
I'm dialed in on my AOL connection.
Yeah, you got some dial-up going.
Yeah.
I can check Discord. Maybe Discord on my end is making you potato.
Do you remember having to like hook up with dial-up and just like the amount of work you had to put into that?
Yeah.
Dude, it tied up your phone line. Like when I was coming up, it tied up your phone line. Like my parents were like, "You can't get online because we need the phone." Yeah.
Who the hell even uses like house phones anymore? But like my brother used to play Star Wars Galaxies and game for like really long periods of time, and dude, my parents would get so pissed because we just missed so many phone calls. Yeah. Like your uncle's supposed to call tonight, damn it. But yeah.
Dude, I don't see anything in the settings for like incoming video. You never look like that.
You really don't. He looks better now.
Yeah, it does look a little bit more crisp.
I was gonna say I thought it looked a little bit better, but
yeah,
I'm curious. So I got a new.
Dude, look at that. He's literally a pixel. Where'd you get a new of? What?
I got a new USB hub, and so my camera isn't plugged directly into my PC anymore. It's plugged in through the hub. Now on my end, it still looks great. So I can't imagine that it would be causing that, but
I'm gonna look at my phone. Yeah, it does look great.
Usually all that would affect it would be if it wasn't like it would be your frame rates.
Okay.
Because if you're not using like 2.0, you wouldn't be able to get like 60 FPS.
What GPU does he have?
Yeah, 3080.
That's what I figured.
What are you downloading in the background?
Oh, I canceled them. I turned it off.
It
was just some comics.
Oh, well, that shouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, I mean, I just wasn't sure since it was so bad that Let me see what else I've got going. Xbox app, Discord, is Steam trying to download something? I don't know if Steam's trying to do updates or not.
Here, I will do. Oh, you know what? I'll do this real. It's not me.
You're going 700, 690, 710.
I can prove it.
We got that gigabit.
I got 710. I fixed it where all the seats.
True. It's a little warm in here today.
I have it here.
Which is funny because it's like chilly outside. Not chilly, but I mean, dude, earlier this week, how about that heat? Oh my gosh.
Dude, your speeds are 700. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Of course.
Mine are 85 and 5. Can you see that?
Upload? No. Oh, I just realized when I was doing mine, it does show. I mean, nothing exactly, but it does show like an IP address. So I'm gonna have to cut this shit out. They're public IPs. So it's not like you can fucking find anything. It's just going back to your net. Internet's up. Your ISP,
Yeah.
not to you.
Yeah.
Mine did the same thing. Your ping's pretty fucking high though. 357.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were okay.
No, your ping is high as fuck. 357 is insane. You'd be lagging out of fucking online games like crazy. My ping is 2 milliseconds. Yours was 357.
A
lot of milliseconds.
It's not a little bit. It's a lot of it.
He looks considerably better though.
It's nothing like it's supposed to look though. Like
no,
we go and
like
pull
our
up
other videos.
One of the vids, yeah.
Oh, you got some Mr. Beast in there.
I'm not signed in. I don't know why any of it's here. Where's something here? All right, mute. Bam.
I want to get demonetized for.
We get demonetized.
I'm just
sorry to use it. Hey, it looks normal now.
Hey, yeah, it does because now it's got the blur.
Yeah.
Looking good, John. We shoulders.
Can't hear him, but it looks normal now.
A good looking shoulder.
Fantastic.
So you got some new stuff.
I gotta plug my phone in.
You got to talk about it when you want to talk about it, but you got some new stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy the video over here momentarily.
I can personally say his collection is getting really cool.
It's a potato video though.
Yeah, but it gets the point across.
It does get the point across. It was just a video on my phone. I didn't honestly.
Don't play the audio.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the audio. But I was gonna bring out some stuff to do like an unboxing, quote unquote, kind of thing. But frankly, I don't want to take them out of the case. They're in the case.
They look good there.
I didn't feel like it was just, I don't know. It was part laziness. So what I'm doing instead is I did like a quick collection update video. I just gotta find that. And then I'll do that in place of actually unboxing them. John, your video was good for a second. Well, now his headphones aren't on. Whatever you did before, whatever you did, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Whatever you did before you DC'd, your camera went to normal. So did you switch the plug or something? Because you
is it messed up right now? Does it look okay right now?
I can't see it.
No, not right now. You leaned over though and froze, and it looked perfectly high quality. Like
Does it look okay right now?
No, you're back. You're potato again. But whatever you did when you leaned over, it went. You were 100% high def, and your background blur was there and everything.
So I saw the funniest thing ever.
Mirror? Was it a mirror?
Oh god! Oh no!
That's what I said.
No. So this guy in Australia broke up with he got broken up with. His girlfriend breaks up with him, and to get revenge because I guess it pissed him off, he put up signs around their town, like all over, that said Chewbacca growling contest. Best impression gets $100. And then he put her phone number on it. So this girl, they had her on the news. She's like, all I do is get calls of people making Chewbacca noises. Like it like turned into this really big deal. And she's like playing the voicemails. And some of them are pretty good actually. But
That's funny.
that's a good prank. Like I should do that to you.
Okay.
Yeah, don't play the audio.
The audio is all the way down. You don't have to worry.
See if people can recognize what's new.
Audio is all the way down. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
The hell? Oh. Yeah, dude, the comic book store had a ton of figures.
Well, what's weird is like even back in the day when we were going to comic book stores when we were like younger, they never had Hot Toys, I don't think.
Well, yeah, but Hot Toys weren't a thing really either.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time, but not to the degree they are now.
No, like we went to what was it, O'Smiley's, and it was like floor to ceiling Hot Toys.
Well, in the one section.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even tell what they are. Like,
yeah.
I was
well, that's how well, see, you haven't been in a comic book store in a while. But when you first walk in, they had all their like high end shit right there on the right in the glass cases.
Yeah.
And then they had now they still have that. There's a bunch of cases there. They have premium format statues, and they have Hot Toys and all that shit. But then right in front of you when you walk in, were all the comic books and stuff, and like the boxes. But so they're all sitting on a table. I was literally looking underneath that shit because I happened to notice that underneath the table was a ton of like Hot Toys and Sideshow shipper boxes, and some of them were like full.
Yeah.
And that's where I found the Captain America the Endgame Captain America was underneath the table.
Right.
Then the Venom pool was underneath the table. A couple Aquamans were under there. Then that's where I saw they had like 4 Batman Beyonds and like another 1 or 2 Hellboys under there.
Right. One of the biggest suggestions I have for whatchamacallit, for like O'Smiley's, even if they don't take them out of the boxes, just put like a note card or a piece of paper on each box that says just like, Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker. Like,
you don't need to do that. You just read the fucking item number.
But the item number is like
no, LJ. People like me know what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
you don't even buy Hot Toys.
Not yet.
Well, if you bought Hot Toys, you would know. And all you have to do is see the item number, and then you just Google MMS521.
I swear to God, when I buy Hot Toys, I'm going to buy some cool ones.
Sure you are.
I really do want that Mando and the Child, the chrome-plated one. I was thinking about pre-ordering it, actually, because it's not that expensive to like. But I'm also not trying to get like an action figure randomly like 3 years down the road.
It's a year out.
For now.
It's 1 year out. Nah, they've honestly been on time with the Mando stuff. I wouldn't really.
Well, yeah, because that's big. Sure, that's a big brings in some money for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one too. I never intended on it, but
you're the kind of person I feel like you never really intended on anything, but you just happened. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Hey, that's life, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of the best stuff in life happens that way.
Damn it, that Batman box is in the way. I can't turn my AC on. This is the worst part about Hot.
The damn boxes.
Yeah,
Rob just said the worst part about Hot Toys is the boxes.
yeah, it's the boxes. Like I would show you, but like I have one like 6 foot by 3 foot display case in my house that's just full of boxes.
It literally is just boxes.
And then I have like this is the same amount of boxes just sitting over here in the studio, just off to the side. I got a built-in bench around the perimeter, and like half of it is foam panels I haven't hung up for soundproofing, and the other half of it is fucking Hot Toys boxes.
Oh gosh. So we going to the van store tomorrow?
I'll go to Trader's World.
So we could stop by.
And then the outlet mall.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I haven't been to Trader's World in a minute. I wouldn't mind going. TBH. Who's driving? I mean, if you want to take like a really cool car, we can take mine, but
If we're gonna take a really cool car, then neither of us are driving.
I don't know. Your car's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, but you know what happened today?
What happened?
My electric seat started working again. Good fucking day.
Science.
Huh?
Like it dried out. Like I imagine. Well, that's weird though because it's been raining like crazy.
I had to cover though. I've been covering it, but it finally dried out. That's the key. And John's quest to fix his camera, we've just lost him forever.
But he's not even Mr. Freeze. He's just gone. There he went. I really hope though they have those cheetah print high tops still.
Buddy, I'm sure they will. I doubt they're highly sought after.
You'd be surprised.
I'm not.
You know what I did too, actually, is when I was there last week, I bought a pair of white laces, and I have a gray pair of Vans Old Schools, and they got really dirty from my job. I cleaned off the suede and all that, and I used a magic eraser on like the white sole part, and then I put fresh white laces, and they look like brand new shoes. I'm very happy.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you cleaned your shoes and then they looked like new?
Well, like I really cleaned them. Like magic eraser, suede brush, Mr. Freeze.
Did you see our profiles here?
Nah.
Look. Like when I first go to log in, hold on.
Oh, wait, yeah. Swag.
We got a little thing going on here.
Rumps, Bifo, swag.
I don't care about the names. Look at the icon.
Well, yeah, you got. Like, who's Ahsoka?
Ada.
Swag.
I'm saying it's a bit of a showdown here, dude. Like
Darth Maul, Ahsoka, Lady Tano.
Like this is problematic.
So funny, like Maul's such like a evil dude, but he still refers to Ahsoka as Lady Tano. Like he's got manners.
He's not evil.
He's not evil. He's just Yeah, I wouldn't say he's evil. Because that's the thing about bad guys, like villains and stuff like that anyways. Like, they don't know they're the villains. They're doing what they think is right.
Well, Darth Maul knows he's a dick.
Well, yeah, but so do you.
Yeah. That's true. The best ones, they know this.
The OGs. Just kidding.
Well, the thing is, with Maul, you understand why. He's not evil for the sake of being evil.
No, he's got a mission.
Yeah.
An objective.
Even if it is, like, evil.
It's a little dark.
Yeah, it's not the greatest goal.
No. What'd you think of that Red Dawn? Nothing?
Oh, nothing. Yeah, I don't think anything.
Well, there have been times where it's taken hours for it to actually work.
I don't know. I want to do the thing, but I don't want. I've got to wait for John.
What's the thing?
I don't want to have to redo it. The like the collection thing.
Oh yeah.
We got Mr. Freeze joining us today.
Mr. Freeze. He looks pretty chill.
He's a pretty cool guy.
I was just about to say he's a really cool guy. This is why I love kittens, man. Look at that. A spicy little cat.
I've seen that picture before.
Wow. Do you like that meme I sent in Discord of the cat like on the computer? I don't know why, but I thought that was so funny.
I'd have to see it again. Oh, we got something coming. The hell? Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. He's still a potato, but he's here.
Should I restart my computer?
Yeah.
All I see is pixels.
Okay.
Wait, should you restart your computer?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. You can just be Pixel John today.
Pixel John. I'm
Well,
sure it'll like
it won't take
straighten
long
itself
to
out.
restart. I'll be right back.
All right, we'll have Mr. Freeze back up.
Alright.
What I need to do, should I just get like an artist rendering of John for when he disconnects?
I can draw it.
Or you know what I could do? Just cut out a video clip of him like talking and just put it there. So then
True.
it looks like he's there still.
Right.
Nothing will sync up, but I'll just have him literally sit and look at the camera and go peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Right.
And then
Watermelon.
I'll use that clip, you know.
Right.
It's weird. I'm looking at myself and in Discord I have my camera mirrored, right? Look at this.
Yeah.
Do you see this?
Yeah, that's.
So I have my camera. Oh god,
my hair looks funny from this angle.
But I have my
I kinda
camera
like it.
mirrored here. But you see, since it's mirrored, my face is flipped around, so I look completely different on this side than I do on this side. You see what I mean?
That's funny.
Like I just look entirely different.
It's weird, but I actually really. Is this the way my hair normally looks?
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. Like I look entirely.
I like it. Yeah, because that is how you would see me. Like, a little amazed. Like,
Inception.
I'm really digging my hair from this angle. Like,
True.
So what do you
Any
think about
better?
it?
Oh, dude, look! It's normal,
You look
John. Oh,
perfect.
wait, he's
No,
starting to
no.
be pixely.
It looks better.
It does look better. I don't know what.
It's doable.
It's gotta be your upload or something, dude. Your upload speed.
Okay.
It definitely looks 1,000 times better. There are 1,000 less pixels on your picture right now. So that's
Okay.
an improvement. I would consider this a win, as Hulk would say.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Sweet.
Good enough.
It's weird. Then the light kicked in and it made you more pixely. It's pixely again. I don't care. Don't worry about it.
It is what it is.
It's unconcerning. I would be none too worried.
I'm not worried.
Alright.
I'm not.
That works.
Okay, so you want to get in, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want
to show that video real quick?
We can do the video thing real quick. We can do the video thing. But I was telling, I think you were fiddling with stuff, so you didn't hear what I was saying before. But what I was gonna do, I was gonna do like an unboxing or something, or a couple unboxings, because I got some new stuff. But
okay,
I was part of it was just, I'm lazy and I don't feel like doing it. And another part of it's like I already got them in the case, so I didn't really feel like getting them out, which is also like, kind of lazy. It's just a lot of work. I got to put them back in the box, or I got to move them. Some of the figures, I'll tell you what, there's one of them that honestly is really disappointing as far as ingenuity wise.
What's that?
With one thing, I'll talk about it when I pull up the thing. Here, let me move this over so I actually can see what I'm doing here. Pull this over. Go here. Yeah. Why am I there? I shouldn't be there.
So yeah, Mr. Bifo has added to his collection considerably. Good pieces, though. Really good pieces. I think, at least.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're going to have to start charging admission for people to come in your house. It's going to be a damn museum.
Actually, you know what? Let me do this.
Rob Bifo's Hot Toys Museum.
I'm gonna duplicate this real quick.
Let us know in the chat if you would pay money to see Rob Bifo's collection.
It's not that good, dude.
Oh, it's pretty good.
It's nowhere near.
It's grown.
It's not
really
even done.
Quickly.
That's true. That's what she said.
Is it ever going to be done though? Like
nothing's ever finished. In all honesty. So I'm adding another. I'm adding a different thing. Hold on.
You got the Batman up?
Yeah, that's what I did. This was a review from this past week. I'm just adding a full screen version.
I'm really impressed with the I don't want to say it out loud yet, but the one figure you got from Return of the Jedi, you know what I'm talking about. Spear.
Yeah, just hold on. It's literally right here. You don't gotta say nothing. Just give it a second. Pulling this up.
I always wondered with like the Chewbacca figures how they do like the fur with like articulation. Is it like a fursuit, I guess, on top?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool though.
Okay, there we go. See, now I can just do full screen here. And I can see it now. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay, cool. Keep it like that. So this is a jank video, but obviously I got some new stuff here. Can you see the new stuff before I start the video, John? Actually, I can just start it regardless. I had to move some stuff around. So I got the Jawa and the Power Droid. Got those guys. And this was honestly the one that I was saying, this is the one I'm most disappointed with because his gun, his little blaster here, I'm not fucking with you, dude. He can't hold it. He has like 3 different pistol holding hands. They're all shaped like a normal one would be, like this, you know. The handle for the blaster is literally like, you know, a mechanical pencil, the lead that comes out. That's the grip for him to hold it, while his hand is open like this. So, like, I'm not kidding. The grip
too narrow of a post to fit in the grip.
Yeah, so I had to jankily get this thing in here. I had to wedge it up underneath his little strap here, and then put his finger like just on this top part of the gun here, and it's just kind of wedged in place there. But that's it. Like, it doesn't work otherwise. Like, he can't hold the gun at all.
That's weird.
So that was really disappointing.
It does look good.
It looks good. Yeah.
It's
just good.
The only complaint I had looking at it in person is I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the face. Now, obviously, it's a Jawa. It's just black, but there's a 12-inch 1/6 Jawa that Hasbro even made, and it at least looked like cloth bandages wrapping the face. Like it just had a little more texture to it, I feel like. But at the same time,
the face is just a hunk of plastic. The only thing I wish they would have done was made the eyes, instead of being black plastic, they should have made it like orange. So it, like, when the light hits it and you don't have the LEDs on, it still looks like his eyes are lit up. Yeah. Like, I think that's kind of disappointing. So, like, I'm gonna like pop those lenses out and put like an orange little gemstone or something there. I don't know, something. But I got that. But the little mounds that they came with are pretty decent, I guess. So they get the job done. They look okay.
I love Gonk's got some of the most iconic lines in the entire like saga.
And then I'm gonna put if I ever get C-3PO, I'm obviously gonna put him in here with these fellas. So that'll be that. It might move to a different case, but then I got Wicket here, and Wicket is
I like that.
He's surprisingly super cool. Like, he's really good.
So is that like the fursuit too, on top of like an articulated body?
Yeah, so it's a fursuit all on top of an articulated body. So he's fully articulated. He's got knee joints, elbow joints, etc. He's got interchangeable hands. He came with the little drumsticks, so 2 like drumstick things, and he has the spear.
Did you get like a stormtrooper helmet to beat on?
No, he didn't get a stormtrooper helmet.
Well, with your other figure,
but he got the base though.
Wicket comes with Leia, right? Or is he a separate figure?
Either or. There's a 2-pack, and then they're both sold separately as well. My wife got me them separately. She did not get the 2-pack. So
You basically have the 2-pack now, though.
but yeah, I have the 2-pack now. I don't know if in the 2-pack though, like I'd have to look it up. I imagine it would still come with like all the stuff, but I don't know because I've seen the 2-pack in person, and the box is like the same size as each of their box. So it's very strange. I mean, Wicket's pretty small though, obviously. So I don't know.
I like him though.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm either gonna get. This is one of the reasons why I want that Return of the Jedi Luke. You know what I mean? So I want to get him on the shelf here with him, and then I would put my Bespin fucking what's his name, Lando with Bespin Leia. He'll go in there. Then I put the Return of the Jedi Luke up in here, and then
that'll look good.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking about doing there. Then this is still that shelf there. Got the Sith Trooper back there. This is still this shelf here. I did end up. I don't know. Can't remember if you guys saw that I moved her over or not, but I moved her over. Then this one's. I haven't shown this one on stream yet or anything yet. This is the sideshow.
It's a good figure.
The what?
It's a good figure for being a sideshow.
It's really good. It's really good. It's pretty good. It's really cool. He's got two different head sculpts. He's got 2 head sculpts. He's got a blaster over there.
I love the way you said
Lando.
that.
It's good. And then what I want to get with that is I'm going to get the Boba Fett. I'm going to get the Empire Boba Fett probably. I think, and just so I could put him on the other side. Oh yeah, remember I did talk about this before. And here's another new one I got here. I got the Mando. And he came with a Stormtrooper helmet.
I like that armor. I mean, it's not the iconic Beskar, but the brown just looks cool, I think.
I got the Remnant helmet, like wedged.
I never noticed the blood coming out, but that's pretty brutal.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, that looks good. I only got this because I wanted something to go with Heavy Infantry Mando. And I got him for pretty cheap on eBay. So, there's that. And the dude already removed the fat suit. So, I was like, cool, that's a lot less work. So, I'll go ahead.
It looks a lot better without it.
Yeah. So then I moved these fellas up here, so I got like a Jedi Council thing going on up here. That's how that is right now. Cody and Obi are still chilling here.
Cody won.
Yep. Anakin's still by himself, obviously.
As he should.
As always, yeah. Honestly, though, because of how I have this shelf raised up for him to fit, I'm probably going to be putting Grievous in with him because Grievous is like...
Put him in the corner.
16 inches tall.
Yeah.
So Grievous will have to go in this shelf or in a different case altogether.
16 inches, that's huge.
Yeah.
In the words of Anakin,
what she said.
Thought you'd be tall. Hey,
it's true.
I thought you'd be taller.
And then I still got Maul up here, obviously.
You know what's funny actually about that line where he says that I thought you'd be taller? Somebody pointed out that in the Clone Wars,
there's the other Maul.
They purposely do tons of scenes where they never run into each other just because of that line. Like a bunch of scenes where it's like they come really close to like meeting each other or seeing each other, Grievous and Anakin, before that line said in Revenge of the Sith. And then
well, it's too bad they encountered each other hundreds of times during the Clone Wars.
Then what
yeah. Like if you watch Clone Wars, he chases after Grievous like every other episode.
But are they ever standing next to each other?
Yes. All the time. He fights him. Ahsoka fights him. Obi-Wan fights him numerous times. Numerous times. An abundance of time. So yeah, I have all these, John, too. The other cool thing now is I have all these, because I told you I had them all on a smart plug and shit. Now I have them all like actually like through voice activation through Alexa as well. So I can just say, yo, Alexa, turn on display case lighting. And she's like, okay, and turns it on.
That was pretty cool.
So that's really good. It's really nice. And then I got this stuff over here. This stuff's not done.
Is this one of those new cases you got?
Yeah, this stuff's just kind of sitting over here right now. That's the new head sculpt. God, the lighting is fucked there. So yeah, that's the new head sculpt right there. I should have threw the other one in to compare it, but I really like the new head sculpt, quite frankly. I think it looks great. It doesn't look angry. I got Punisher over here. These are pretty much all the odds and ends.
Are you going to keep this case here?
Yes. It's not going to look like this, but this weekend I'm going to make this not look like this. I mean, these figures will still be in here, but I'm doing something on the inside to like make it look better than this like dingy yellow shit. And I got I flipped these lights on just to make this more of a full collection kind of video here. And I got these guys. I need to get these on the smart plug. I don't have them on the smart plug yet because I haven't felt like moving my TV. I don't know why the lighting was like so weird for these.
Yeah.
It just didn't pick up right. I said this was a jank video, and it is a jank video. It's just on my phone.
Like I said, it gets the point across.
Yeah, it's low effort, but it's there. And then, like, my room was it's kind of a mess in there, so I had to put the thing down. You can see me and my wife right there in the reflection of my TV.
Hey!
So in this case, it's all with the lighting on the top. It's all there. For now, I'm just going to be leaving those in there. I got all this shit still. I see, there it is. There's the case full of boxes I was talking about.
Yep.
It's right there. It's a 6 foot by 3 foot case. It's just full of fucking boxes. And then I got the most expensive collectible of them all up here, the 3090 up here in the corner. Oh yeah, I just realized I have 2 Krennics now. Look at that. And then I got these. Oh yeah, and I got this. This is a really quick, like, I go by real fast. I got the animated Batman Beyond. My wife got me that too. Did I show you that? Or did she show you that? One of the two?
That looks awesome.
Yeah. It looks better than this fucking black blur I have here. I was gonna show all that stuff off, but then I realized, fuck, I got a ton of shit sitting on those shelves, so I didn't really want to showcase all the junk that's up there. So yeah, that's obviously the new stuff is all right now on the bottom shelf here, obviously. So that's where we're rocking. But yeah.
So did you decide not to do the DTOFs on the other side? Because originally that was the plan. You had said you were going to do DTOFs on either side of the.
I was going to, but the thing was, I still have those 2 DTOFs. So I already have them. They're just going somewhere else now. The reason I didn't, because if you remember, like obviously there's 3 on this side, right? And they fit perfectly.
Yep.
But it was 1 inch off from 3 fitting on the other side. In this case, literally fits in the entire thing fits in seamlessly. Like on the other side of it. So it essentially is 1 inch shorter than the 3D tops that we're going to be. So I have this thing takes up the same amount of space that I have here. Because as you can see right there, that black, that's my Besta right there. Like it's like snugly fit right inside of there. And I completely forgot to show it in the video. I have a 2-tier Besta sitting on top of this. So it ends up being like the exact same size as the 3D tops, has the exact same amount of space. It's like impossible to see, but there is a 2-tier Besta up there. So I'm going to put lighting in that, and it's just going to be like, just 2 extra shelves. And right now I have One Punch Man and Genos in there. And then in the other one, I have my custom Nightmare Batman code just sitting there in the package. I can't do anything with it. So what I'm going to do, though, if you were, so you can see that. It's right up there. On this complete opposite side of the room, like that way, like where my couch is, on the other side of my back doors, I have another 2-tier Besta, and then I have the actual 2 DTOFs that I'm talking about are laying up against the wall right here. So I'm going to put the 2-tier Besta down there on the other side of the door, like completely, across from the room of this thing, and that's where the 2 Bestas are going to go. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm still going to use the 2 Bestas. This thing just fit perfectly in there. And quite frankly, this thing was taking up a shit ton of space in my house, so I had to put it somewhere. And this was the ideal spot. So that's where it is now.
It works.
It works and it looks good.
It's better than the drum set.
Exactly. It's better than the drum set. That's the thing. I was able to move this over here, completely move the drum set, and then everything else to the other corner. Because before, it was just, I couldn't really move around in here. So I had to like clear out this whole section behind my desk just to be, and it's still a mess over here. But like just to get that other case I have is right here, which is right behind that box shelf thing where all the animated statues are. That's where that is. And that's, for now, that's just going to stay exactly where it is. Because then in my house, or my inside desk, home desk or home office is this little section. So I'm just going to put that in there. Plus, the only things I have really to go in here right now, if it's not boxes, well, I don't have anything to go in here at all until if and when I get that quarter scale Revenant Malik. Then the thing's getting cleared.
That would look
out.
good in there.
Oh, it would look fucking perfect. And then I was obviously going to put the Batman statue in there with the Superman one. So that's what I have planned to go in there. But out of the 4 things I just mentioned, I only actually have one of them. So we'll see when the time comes.
Okay.
So yes, that's the collection update.
I like it.
Oh yeah, but then the comic book store I was at today, they had like 4 or 5. I want to say I remember explicitly seeing 4 like Batman Beyonds, Hot Toys Batman Beyonds.
I'm surprised.
Oh,
one of
okay.
those up.
Yeah, and they had at least 2 Hellboys. They had Wasp. They had Infinity War and Endgame War Machine. They had what do they call the Spider-Man the video game Spider-Man hot toy where he has like it's kind of like the shiny classic suit. Whatever it is, they have that one. It looks like the regular suit,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
don't
like
know.
that shiny metallic material.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just called classic suit because it's not the classic suit because that's the one I like. I don't know what they call it, special version or something. I think honestly it is called special version. Either way, they have that. They had the Endgame Cap, Venom Pool, 3-0, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow. What else do they have? They had some good stuff. Incinerator Trooper. They had Beskar Mando and Grogu. Heavy Infantry Mando. They had the Mythos, Darth Maul, Palpatine, and Ventress. They got a lot of good stuff in there. But I might go back and get one of those Batman Beyonds. I just haven't decided. I think they wanted like it was close to 300.
I would figure you would have got that. That's like
The problem is like I just don't really like I have
don't
some
have-
It's Batman Beyond from the show. It's not from
No,
it's not the classic version. It's from the video game. So it's a different Batman Beyond.
If it was like a real like classic Batman Beyond, it would have done been pre-ordered and bought by now. If they ever make something that's more common.
But he's like a more realistic interpretation, isn't he?
Yeah, it's still a cool figure, and I would like to get it. There's just stuff I want more. Like I want Boba Fett more at this point because I actually have a utilization for Boba Fett. That would just be another Batman that I would just like. I think is really cool, but
Empire Boba Fett would be a clean figure too.
Honestly, you know what figure is super clean for Boba Fett? The fucking vintage one. Did you ever see that one?
The one with like the blue suit?
I don't know, but it's essentially it's a fresh paint job. Look at this. Not the blue one.
I think it's
that's alternate color and
the one they modeled it off of the Kenner action figure.
Yeah, the alternate color one the Empire Boba Fett that I'm going to get comes with the blue armor. It comes with both sets of armor. But the vintage Boba Fett has the fresh paint job on it. It's just not the correct colors. It's these offshoot vintage colors.
Is it like blue helmet, yellow chest armor? Like from the holiday special?
I don't know. I think so. I can't remember the colors.
You are colorblind.
It's this one right here.
Yeah, that's the one. I have a friend that has that, and it looks
but you
really
see,
good.
it's fresh paint. Like
I would love to have that one.
I think it's really cool, honestly.
The colors are very vibrant.
Yeah, like it looks really good. That's why I really want fresh paint Boba whenever they make it for Book of
Yellow
Boba
gauntlet, red gauntlet. Because they modeled those colors off the original Kenner action figure with the launching rocket. That's why the rocket's red.
Yeah, this is the only fresh paint Boba you can get right now.
And those colors aren't even like his actual. He doesn't have yellow gauntlets. Or he's got a red gauntlet Jedi. But
funnily enough, though, like
I like the
real
yellow.
talk.
It works.
I honestly like when it comes to this.
I actually think that would look better than OG colors.
Well, no, that funnily enough, Look at this shit. Like, I'm not even fucking with you. I kind of dig the alternate colors more so than his real colors.
That's what I'm saying. I like the darkness of the
Like, I
suit.
honestly think this blue shit looks really cool. Like, I honestly think this looks good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it looks better.
That one right there?
Yeah, like, I think the variant armor actually looks
Well,
better than
he's got the
regular Boba
markings
Fett.
on his helmet too, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no dent.
It's like, hey down there.
But I don't know why. I actually because I've had this in my cart for a while, and every time I see it, I'm just like, damn, I honestly think I like the
I
fucking
just don't
red
like
and
the
yellow.
signs on it, the symbols on his helmet. But
I don't really care for it either. But
it looks good.
This looks kind of boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like regular color shit. Like,
So those other pieces come with it then.
Yeah, you get all this with it.
Yeah, I would actually use probably the other.
What I'm saying, I'd probably use the regular helmet, but use like that jetpack, and then probably the yellow gauntlets too.
Because yeah, the other one's just like a solid green.
Yeah. But I don't know.
And he's got like a black cape.
Or I could also just, since that one doesn't have the dent on it, I could just fucking try doing fresh paint Boba Fett and painting him myself.
Well, some guy on Facebook in the Star Wars group I'm in did a custom Hot Toys re-armored Boba Fett, like with the fresh paint. And dude, it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy in LA that makes custom Hot Toys.
Oh yeah, then you get the gloves here too.
Yeah, so he's got like the red gloves and then he's got like the gray and the blue gloves.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know why. I just think that I really like every time I see this one, I'm just like, man, I think that looks better. I don't know why. John, what do you think? Which one do you think looks better? Like the OG regular, or do you like the alternate version armor? Let me get a better picture. Like there's alternate version armor.
Personally, I like the alternate. I don't know. It just
That's what
pops
I'm
a little
saying.
more.
Yeah, like look, I think that looks great.
I like the yellow.
Mm-hmm. And then like you get the red gauntlet. I don't know. I just think it looks cooler.
It also, did you say this was based off the Kenner figure?
No, that was the other
that's
one.
This one. The fuck? That's this.
I like that one.
Yeah, I would totally buy this one. This is the vintage one.
Yeah. I guess that's, I played with the figures a lot more than I watched the movies. I've watched the movies a ton, but I spent my entire childhood playing with the figures. So this looks right to me. I know it's not, but it looks right to me because I spent so much time with my figures. So,
are you talking about the vintage figures?
Yeah.
The funny because
I'm old enough to have had the.
Well, I had a babysitter.
First came out.
I was hanging out in my babysitter's basement as a kid, and they had that big plastic Darth Vader head that holds all the figures, and they had like all the vintage figures. And
oh yeah,
it was pretty cool. I used to play with them.
Yeah.
Funny how like not detailed they are.
Oh yeah, they look like shit.
But
yeah, I would get the vintage one if I could.
I'm sure it's just because it's not weathering and clean and everything, but that vintage one looks like just a big, it just looks like they blew up a big Kenner figure.
Right. I think honestly,
Kenner figure just blew it up.
He would have looked good in the movie looking like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IMH.
I like this though too. I think this gets you by. Again, I mean, it's not quite as poppy. I mean, this is really like the more realistic version of this. Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel like this is. Like, it's still the yellow. It's just a little bit dingier and weathered. This is that's very vibrant. Yeah, I guess regular armor looks fine, but honestly, the thing of it is ever since Fresh Paint Boba Fett, every time I look at Boba Fett, it's not as good as it could be.
Right, because you see that fresh paint.
Yeah, it's like once you see the fresh paint, you're like, well, what's wrong, man? Like,
right,
you can look better than this. Like,
why? I mean, he must have been busy at the time, or else he would have.
John, I got good news for you. You're high def, dude.
He is very high def.
You're high def again.
Fixed.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know what happened. but you're there.
Awesome. I wonder if somebody else might have been streaming something here at the house or something. I don't know, pulling some bandwidth. I don't know. Sweet.
Yeah, that's possible.
Dude, so why can I not find a USB-C hub that has multiple USB-C ports?
Oh, yeah, they don't really make those.
I literally have one USB-C port on my desktop machine, and then I've got this hub I just bought that has one. So I'm using the hub on the one that's on my PC, and now I've got the one on my hub used, and it doesn't help at all.
What all do you
My
have that's
cam,
USB-C?
my stream cam runs USB-C. I've got an SSD, USB portable SSD that I use. And there was something else just recently I tried to plug in that was USB-C, and I can't remember right now, but I was looking for something to expand it out, but oh well. I'll just have to swap the camera in and out when I need to use the SSD.
What's on the SSD?
Just various files that I'm using for work and home.
Oh.
So you guys want to talk about Loki?
Yep. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna talk Loki.
I'll talk some Loki.
We're gonna talk Loki.
Yeah, before we started messing around with my my camera issues, you were talking about last week's episode and they said there was only one line that really...
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Crisp.
That's Batman there. Press turn the lights on.
I was gonna say it looked a little dark.
But it makes me more centered.
It does.
You know what I mean? Let's face it, that's why everybody's here. Yes. So with Loki,
okay,
nothing happened in the last week's episode at all. It was throwaway. You didn't have to watch it. The only thing that happened was the line, where this would bother me about it too, because the line, it's a very important line. Like Loki says, like, wait, the timekeeper, the timekeepers made the TVA, and she's like, no, they didn't, and like, it's like a big revelation that the TVA wasn't made by the timekeepers and that they are variants, and that wasn't the point of the episode. Like, that wasn't the plot. That's a huge plot point. It's literally the world's blowing up and they're just running and talking, and it's a throwaway line, and they just move on, and nothing else happens.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, I felt like more did. I mean, it was revealed that she's not Enchantress. I mean, like, you know, as much as everybody thinks that she's Enchantress because her name matched off of the credits, they've taken inspiration from the character Enchantress, but this is a wholly new character. This is a version of Loki in the MCU that was abducted and learned how to enchant people. And so she's got similar powers to Enchantress, but she's actually a Loki. She's just a multiverse version of Loki. And I feel like that was kind of revealed, which was kind of a big thing considering how much people were blowing up the credits from the previous week about it not being about how they accidentally revealed it's Enchantress. And
I would only argue that that's not actually 100% confirmed until episode 4. It's still up in the air and alluded to in episode 3 because she says these things, but you don't actually see that she wasn't lying about it and all that until episode 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and that's the thing.
Okay.
after episode 4 happens, some of the things in episode 3 connect like anything would, you know what I mean? Like that's obvious. Like it should at least connect. If nothing connected at episode 3, then it would be 100% throwaway. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, some things connect, and it makes more sense seeing like because they tried to like have Loki and her have some sort of romantic relationship in some degree, so you could say, yeah, that actually makes a little bit of sense when it happens. Well, when it almost happens in episode 4, because we saw episode 3, like,
Right.
which it still was kind of out of nowhere in episode 3. Because like my main complaint was another complaint at least with episode 3 was like, as soon as the episode happens, like, she goes through the thing, and the episode 2 ends with Loki going through the thing, and then it cuts to black. But then when the episode 3 picks up, they're just like friends, like, right away.
Right, yeah, they really are.
Like,
Just kind of
forget the
like, oh, we're
fact that
cool.
forget the fact that she just killed all these TVA agents, blew up all these multiple timelines.
Right.
Like, they're just cool, and they're just having casual conversation, and Loki's like, "Oh, she's the victim." Like, it's like, what?
Well, I don't know
Like,
that I don't know that it's that. I think I get where you're coming from. I mean, they have a pretty decent fight at the end of episode 2. But Loki has the choice at the end of episode 2 whether or not to follow her and try and one of multiple things, join her, manipulate her, use her to his advantage. You know, he has a choice to go after her and chooses to do so. I don't think he chooses to do so with the intention of fighting her. I think he does because he goes after her because he sees this woman appears to have the number of what he considers to be the most powerful entity in existence right now, the timekeepers who control everything.
yeah,
So
he
I
wants
kind
to
of
use
I
her,
kind
yeah.
of get I kind of get why he doesn't go in like guns a blazing to try and take her down in 3, but
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't
I
think like that. I wouldn't not necessarily like that, but, like, they're just, like, I don't know, they were just too cool and casual with each other the whole time. I don't know, I guess I have
okay.
never ran into a multiversal version of myself, so I don't know how I would
Hey,
react either, like, I don't
like
know,
you said,
like,
man, there you are in the majority. A lot of people I read the comments after I watched it. A lot of people feel the same way you did. I personally thought it was like if this was a movie, if this plays out as a, 2.5 hour movie, this is the part where a lot of people get up and go to get the popcorn because it's just
yeah.
them talking and, doing some character development between the two of them.
Dude, that's the thing. I didn't think there was any character development. I thought all the
Oh,
dialogue
I
was
thought
flat. I thought they had no chemistry in that episode. Like, I
Yeah.
just didn't think anything worked, and none of it made
Hmm.
any sense. Like, cause like I said, we didn't get any of those actual answers, like, about her actually being another Loki and all that stuff until the next episode.
Right.
Like, these things are kind of alluded to, but, like, nothing.
Alluding to things isn't.
Yeah, it's not it doesn't that episode doesn't actually, you don't learn anything other than that TVA line. Everything else was just hearsay, and, like, you know what I mean? That's
yeah.
what bothered me about it, like,
I,
I didn't think it was a
yeah,
dumpster
but
fire bad thing. It was just like, I watch it and I'm just like, "That's all we get?"
from a
Like
viewer perspective, though, like, yeah, we get confirmation that what she said is correct because they give us the flashback. But at this point in the
Mhm.
show, Loki doesn't have actual confirmation either. He's still
Oh,
going
exactly.
off of her word on everything. So, but
Right.
he was also going after this show. To me, the entire show and the way I think they're trying to play it out was the entire premise was given to us in the first episode when Loki is talking to Mobius and says, that's what the weak do. They present themselves to be more powerful and more important than they are. And that's the entire TVA, the entire timekeepers and their whole organization. That's what they are. They're a weak, small something, whoever is in charge, trying to maintain some sort of control over everybody else and presenting themselves as more important and bigger than they are.
They got
And
some good
they're
tech, though.
They do.
they're slowly episode by episode breaking down the myth of the timekeepers and what they're actually able to do.
I'm gonna jump ahead here because I got two things that I think the person behind. We're obviously skipping really far ahead, but I just want before I forget because I know like my mind goes all over the place and I'll probably forget. Who do you think is actually? Well, let's put it this way. I think there's two, as of right now, two like legit possible like people who are actually behind this whole timekeeper situation. Because obviously in this episode, we see the time in episode 4. We're jumping to 4 now. We see the timekeepers get killed, and they're just the robots.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a Wizard of Oz thing.
They look really cool.
Yeah, they did look good. But it's like, so my theory with this was that the timekeepers were a real thing at some point, probably, and then somebody
Like,
has
destroyed
them captured, killed them, and had these robot ones in their place, and now is trying to shape the timeline to however they want it to be. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Is
Yeah.
like a guess. So there's like obviously somebody behind the TVA still now that these robot timekeepers have been killed, because it's either there are 3 real timekeepers still out there and those are just like decoys, like Padme had decoys, it's
Yeah.
that kind of situation, or the timekeepers are taken, being held hostage, or they're killed, and someone else has put these things in their place to maintain the illusion of
Yeah.
the timekeeper still being around.
That would make sense.
And so with the timekeeper still being there, they could hatch out their own plan of how they want the timeline to go to better benefit them. So I'm thinking that would either be Kang or it would be a Loki variant.
It's Mephisto.
It's one of the two.
It's probably Mephisto.
Yeah, it's probably Mephisto.
Okay, so here's my theory on the whole thing. I don't think the timekeepers are real. I don't think the timekeeper is real. I don't think the sacred timeline is real. I think that Loki has been kind of bamboozled and put into a particular timeline where someone is trying to control things to their benefit. Because as we saw all this erasure of other timelines, erasure of, or what do they call it when they take the stick and they poke the person and they dissolve? Prune. Yeah, all this pruning doesn't, as we saw in the final credit scene, it doesn't actually eliminate somebody from the time stream. It just displaces them to somewhere else.
Isn't that
the bombs that they're setting off, I don't think those are actually resetting timelines. I think that they are just I don't know exactly what they're doing, but well, I don't even think they're deleting things.
They're not deleting.
I think they are. I think that they are maybe just hiding, somehow masking that timeline from this prime timeline that this one particular group is trying to. Basically, I think the multiverse still exists out there. I just think it's this whoever's running the show right now, whoever came up with the myth of the timekeepers, has everybody in their particular timeline convinced that, and in the TVA convinced that this is the way things are. And I don't think it is. I think that the multiverse still exists out there. It's just a matter of
the
getting people to
multiverse
accept
still
that.
exists no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you like Endgame proves that the multiverse still exists.
Yeah.
Like the multiverse is still a thing. The sacred timeline isn't one linear timeline. There's still multiverses. It's just a multiverse.
No, that's the whole point. That's the whole.
No,
it can't be. The whole point of it is that there is just one timeline, the sacred timeline. There's a single timeline.
Multiverses anytime there.
No, there aren't. As soon as a path diverges to create a new multiverse, they supposedly cut it off. I don't think that's actually true.
It's impossible for that to happen though with Endgame.
How?
Because the Thanos situation and Old Man Cap.
But that was supposed to happen.
But it would still be when they went back in time and they did the thing, like Old Man Cap would ergo create another thing. And then what also doesn't make sense is Sylvie, if Sylvie really is another Loki, she would have been pruned at birth. She can't be another Loki and there not be a multiverse. And then there's other
prune her at some point.
Yeah, but if that
But
was
that's
the
what I'm
case,
saying.
though, she wouldn't have been able to grow to the age of 12 before they realized, oh, there's a female Loki. That's not
Yeah,
supposed.
so that means there's not a sacred timeline.
Yeah, like there's
Period.
still a multiverse. Yeah,
So
there
there's so the
100% still
time.
has to be a multiverse because look at all the other Lokis at the end of the episode. There's
Yeah.
the multiverse is a thing.
I want to know,
You know
like,
what I mean? They just like when something happens that isn't supposed to happen, and in all the multiverses are contained in the sacred timeline. It's whenever one of them deviates from whatever they want to happen. You know what I mean? So like the multiverse is still a thing. It's just it's all part.
That's not the way. That's not the way. That's not the way they present it.
It's
The way
not,
they
but that's the
present
only
it in the
way it
show.
works.
But see, I don't even think that works. I don't think that there is a sacred timeline. I don't think anything's being preserved. This is all
That could
like
work
Loki
too.
said at the very beginning. This is all smoke and mirrors.
I just think it'd be
something
really convoluted for them to make the whole TVA thing up. You know what I mean?
something is behind it.
Like, who would
obviously.
make up that plan? It's
Mephisto.
really convoluted. Like,
I-
we're gonna make
I-
this
I
whole
mean-
organization. It would make more sense to me for all that to exist, but be controlled by someone else. That's a little bit easier. You know what I mean? Then the whole thing. It's a really complicated plan and thing to make up because there's obviously other Mobiuses too. That was the other thing that you learn in this episode. Because if you remember in episode 1 or 2, when he goes in there and is talking to the girl, I can't remember her name, but like the judge, and the thing when he's got his glass, and he puts
Mhm.
it on the table without a coaster, and she's like Mobius, the a coaster, whatever, the rings, and he was like, oh, the rings have always been there, and she was like, yeah, from you, but he had never done that before, like ergo, there's been other Mobiuses in there. You know what I mean?
You were confused.
Why do you think he had never done that before?
Because it was a different Mobius. They're
I didn't
all
get that
variants.
idea from that.
Everyone in the TVA is
I
a
didn't
variant.
either.
Yeah, because if you remember in that scene too, in the same scene, there's all these collectibles that are up on her wall, and he had never seen them before. Because this Mobius,
I thought there was just one. I thought there was one particular one. He said, "I don't remember that one."
well, then he didn't remember the pen either, and then he didn't remember the rings on the table because it was a different Mobius. You know what I mean? Because they're all variants. So a different variant Mobius made the rings on the table, not the one we were talking to. Another variant Mobius got the collectibles from for her that he had never seen before. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
they haven't revealed that yet, but
I don't think
how it works.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, I think there might be a case where another Mobius has been there, but I think his reaction of, well, who put these other rings here, wasn't him honestly it was him sarcastically saying, well, of course he knows he had put the rings there before. He was just being sarcastic when he asked who else had done it.
It was foreshadowing for the variant thing.
We're breaking this down like
because he got pruned, and it just further proves it. They're all variants.
But the pruning, it doesn't do anything. The pruning just
sends
sends you somewhere else.
Yeah, but it sent Loki to it's somewhere where there's a bunch of other variant Lokis.
There's a freaking crocodile Loki.
That's what I'm saying. There's crocodile Loki. There's comic book Loki. There's
Kid
Black Loki who has Mjolnir. Like, there's some cool Lokis there. Kid Loki, and it looked like a destroyed New York, which is very Loki kind of situation. So I'm thinking Mobius wakes up and there's going to be a Mobius on a jet ski or something. Like there's going to be other Mobiuses, or it's like they're all in the same place. That's the thing. It's kind of weird. Is that so? When Loki got pruned, he just happens to wake up right in front of a bunch of other Lokis. So it's like, did Mobius go to a Mobius place? Like, does every variant who gets pruned go to their own temporal jail?
Right.
With all their other variants,
Is it like one place with all the...
Or is it one place, Because if it was one place and Mobius is just down the street from Loki, how the fuck are all those other Lokis just waiting for him?
Yeah, it's like they knew he was coming.
Yeah, it's like they knew he was going to show up. It's just kind of weird. So yeah, in the end though, I'm sticking to the fact that either the timekeepers were real, and now they've since been kidnapped or dead, and like Kang or a variant Loki has taken over the TVA. One of those two. Or the timekeepers are real and those were stand-ins, you know what I mean? One of the two.
Yeah.
I think
which is possible.
Yeah, I think it would make more sense for like twist purposes if there was someone else controlling everything. Kang is possible because of his connection to the timekeepers in the comics, and he's going to be in Ant-Man 3, so you have that. And then the fact that the show is called Loki,
right,
very easily could be a variant Loki who has taken over the TVA. For what purpose? I don't know, just power.
Yeah. He's Loki.
Because he did, I mean, our Loki, the Tom Hiddleston Loki, in the first episode, literally had a come to Jesus moment and said, like, is this the greatest power in the universe?
Yeah, he was.
Like, he was really.
He was like shocked.
Yeah, he was in awe about that shit. You remember in episode 3, though, too, by the way, when they're running through the fucking planet Lamentus 1 and it's like about the moon's falling down and blah, blah, blah. There's that scene where Loki catches a building.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you think he caught that telepathically, or did you think? Because I honestly thought that, because if you remember, just before that they go to the TVA. Oh, this is another stupid thing about episode 3, by the way. So girl Loki, Sylvie, sets off all the time bombs so that all the TVA agents have to leave the TVA headquarters. So she infiltrates the TVA to go kill the timekeepers. That was her plan. She's been studying the timekeepers for however many fucking years. She's like in her 30s, and we find out in episode 4 she was taken when she was like 12. So she's been studying the timekeepers for, let's say, 20 to 30 years, and somehow she didn't know that her powers wouldn't work there. Like, as soon as she went in there, she tried to enchant someone and was fucking surprised that she couldn't do it.
Right.
I thought that was really fucking stupid.
Was she not able to do it because she was in the TVA, or was she not able to do it because of the helmet? I thought maybe it might be the helmet that was blocking her.
No, it was in the TVA because she touched the dude's like head and it like started and then fizzled out. Like,
it was just like nothing happened.
Yeah. But right after that, Loki follows her in there, and it shows him like go through the portal, and then like he pauses and then turns around, and then it cuts to another scene where he's flipping his daggers. So it's like, oh, he went and got his weapons. Yeah. I thought there was a solid chance that he also went and grabbed some fucking Infinity Stones, and that when that building fell, he actually used the Time Stone on it. Because if you watch that building falling, let me paint you a picture here. If a big ass building is falling on your head, and you have telekinesis, you would catch it and just move it out of the way. But in that scene, he stops it and literally time rewinds. It goes back in the exact same position it was. And the problem with that is it's a giant destroyed building. So even if he did telekinetically move it back to where it was, the structural integrity of that building has still been damaged. It would just fall back over. You know what I mean? So it made more sense to me that he actually had taken the Time Stone, and when that thing fell, he just rewound time.
Right.
And it kind of looked like time.
Well, he had the opportunity to do it too.
That's what I'm saying. He had more than enough opportunity to go and actually take the stones. He went and got his daggers.
Right.
So it's like, why couldn't he just go? I just figured he would have grabbed the stones too. Because it just didn't make any sense to me. Like, if I had telekinesis and a fucking building falls, I'm not going to just neatly put it back where it goes. I'm just going to move it out of the fucking way. It's going to take a lot less energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was like, it's stupid that it wasn't a time stone. And we don't know that it wasn't a time stone technically, but either way. You remember what scene I'm talking about though?
I remember. I pulled it up on my monitor here. I'm watching it because I mean, I didn't pay that close attention to Howie. I just assumed he used his magic to catch it.
No, because he literally like stops underneath it and like kind of just flexes his whole body.
Yeah.
And then it literally rewinds. And if you pay attention, the rubble and shit all follows it back.
Yeah, like it rewinds it all together.
Yeah, and it literally goes back to where it was.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like right at the scene.
You really are. It's literally like this scene right here.
It's right after this. Here it is. He's like, I got it. And see, right here, if you're telekinetic, this is a big ass building. It's heavy as fuck. You're just gonna move it out of the fucking way.
Yeah, you're not gonna like
You're not-
stop it and push it back.
Yeah, what's the point? It makes no sense to do that. And look at it. It just fucking flies back up and all the rubble. Did you fucking see that? The rubble goes right back.
Here it goes.
Watch right here.
You got fireworks going off in the background.
It all goes right back.
And he's like, oh, okay, cool.
And it's instant. Like, if you were telekinetic and moved it, none of that shit would happen. And then, like I said, the structural integrity of the building would still be fucking destroyed, so it would just fall back over. You know what I mean? You can't cut a fucking tree down and then put the fucking tree back on the stump and it's just gonna stand there. It's not how it fucking works.
No. I mean, it could stand there depending on how
It would just fall back over.
I mean, just to play devil's advocate, I think it might be overanalyzing a little because he turns and runs from it. Like maybe he held it in place for a second until he turned and ran because he turns and runs and
Well, why didn't we just move it over and put it on the fucking floor?
And there's other rubble that falls here that doesn't go back up. Watch the piece to his right there. A piece falls. That's doesn't
already
go
on
back
the ground.
Up.
Well, yeah, but
it falls when the building's falling.
Yeah, but he wouldn't need to move that one. That wasn't going to kill him. You know what I mean? This big one was going to fall on him. He wouldn't need to move the other one.
Sure. He put it. No, I know he wouldn't need to. I'm saying like the only thing that happens in this scene is that one tower falls.
Yeah.
That piece right there falls, and he throws it back up, and it stays there for a second, and then he runs off.
Yeah.
And so you know it may have fallen behind him still as soon as he turned and ran.
You can see it, like, dude. It's totally like it looks like time was rewound.
Yeah, the dust of it.
I mean, like, we'll see. I'm just saying. That's not like I just saw it as him using his magic.
But he has never used telekinesis like that before. He's never even used magic like that before, ever.
This is also a Loki that we only saw for 2 movies. We saw him in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've seen him beyond what he's even done to this point. So we've seen more of his life than he's even experienced at this point. Somehow he's more powerful, but then in the next episode, just before this, don't worry, 2 guys will throw him out of the train. No problem.
Right.
The power level is very off in this for Loki. That was one of my biggest complaints with episode 3 in general. It's like, this is literally a Loki that just came from almost taking over the Earth. The Hulk swung him around like a rag doll, and less than 5 minutes later, he just stands up and says, yeah, I'll take that drink now. Like, he's fucking strong, dude. And, like, he just gets thrown out of a fucking train by 2 random people. Like, that's why I told Rick last week that, like, I really legitimately thought that Loki put an enchantment on her. So when she woke up on the train, everything from that point was an enchantment.
I remember you saying that.
Like that, and then I thought, like, if that's the case, and they explain that in episode 4, then maybe episode 3 wouldn't be so fucking stupid, because it's like it was all fucking fake. You know what I mean? It was all an enchantment by Loki.
What about the fact that he was drunk on the train? Did that have no bearing?
No, because he's a god. It's like, look at Thor. He gets drunk. What do you think is gonna happen?
I'm just saying.
People
like
throwing Thor out of a train. Like, I don't buy it.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, yeah, because like I actually read someone made one good point that I'll be like, okay, fine. The problem is we shouldn't have to try to justify the show. It should do it on its own. But this guy was the only thing I could be like, okay, whatever. And it's just the fact that Loki is so cocky that, like, maybe he's in the situation thinking that these little fucking pawns can't hurt me, so whatever. So, like, he just doesn't try. He doesn't go 100%. So, like, he doesn't think these little puny things can hurt him, and then they get the best of him, and that's what happens, kind of thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. We can go with that if we have to make it make sense. Like,
Right.
like he's just too good for it, and that's why he gets bested that easily. I'm like, sure. Because like my thing is like if I'm drunk, I'm still just as strong as I always am. Like it doesn't mean anything.
Maybe even stronger.
Yeah, seriously. You'd think like if he was drunk, he'd be a little more like get off of me, like, like I don't know. It's just weird because it's like this is the same episode, mind you, where he gets thrown out of a train, but don't worry, he'll catch a fucking skyscraper with his mind apparently and just put it back. Like so inconsistent.
Right.
And then he was also shooting the green energy beams, which he never really did before. And it's like, why weren't you doing that on the train?
Right.
What are you doing, man?
Train.
I still think there's a solid chance he got the time stone, though.
That's very possible. I mean, that could be like all part of his plan.
Well, it just would have made sense, and honestly, I feel like it would have been kind of a lot cooler because it would have really demonstrated how smart Loki is because he just thought to himself like, "Oh fuck, like I'm back in the TVA. I can gank one of these time or some of the Infinity Stones now. So when I leave here,
He'll still have those.
I'll
Infinity
fucking be able to
Stones.
use them because like my magic works out there. So the times, I know the Infinity Stones work out there, and it's like when we're out there, the TVA has to play by my fucking rules. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of upsetting that that isn't what happened in some ways. Because how fucking cool it would have been is if he really did take all the fucking Infinity Stones, and then he has one. He had the temp pad, right? So let's say he also went and took the fucking Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos
No God.
when he wasn't looking. So he's just like, now I've got all the Infinity Stones. Now I've got the Infinity Gauntlet, and then he just goes and just fucks the TVA up, just snaps the TVA out of existence, kind of thing.
That's very possible.
I think that'd be kind of funny, honestly. Honestly, since they have the temp pads and can literally time travel, teleport anywhere, anytime, I'm surprised Loki didn't do that to begin with. You know what I mean?
Just to a different time period.
Yeah, like he literally had a temp pad. He could have just been like, huh, I'm just gonna go take the fucking Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos while he's sleeping. And then, because outside of the TVA, if he had the Infinity Gauntlet, it should be strong enough to snap them out of existence. Theoretically. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was strong enough to wipe out half the universe. It should be strong enough to focus all that energy on one thing.
Yeah. And the TVA, like you
Maybe.
were saying earlier, might not be as powerful as we think it is. So
They definitely, no matter how powerful they are, they got some strong tech.
they do. They really do.
Like,
well, my thing is
they
like
can
that
time
whole
travel.
in the first episode where they're walking him and Mobius and he sees like that crazy like the land of the TVA. Like, is that all an illusion?
It could be.
'Cause otherwise, like, what is it? Drop something.
We'll find out. I feel like the announcer guy from Dragon Ball Z.
Like,
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. That's such a good song.
It was really good. That's a good show, dude. It's a really good show.
Like when it took like 10 episodes for Goku to let the spear bomb out on Frieza.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z. This time on Dragon Ball Z. Fucking phone. Say what you will, though. That's a great show.
It is.
Hold on, I'm just checking on my wife and she's on her flight, so I'm trying to see if she's good.
Where's she going?
I literally told you already.
Oh, I know where she's going, but why don't you tell our viewers? Just kidding, you don't have to.
You want our address and social security number while we're at it?
Nah.
Oh God. I think I'm gonna run in and grab a drink real quick. Bear with me. Well, actually, I guess we should fully finish the review here. So, what that way we can actually fucking make this somewhat of a salvageable video at this point.
Yeah.
We've gone all the way around on this. So, what are your closing thoughts on episode 4, Rick? What do you think's gonna
liked
happen?
it.
I feel like we've just been yabbering.
Well, I mean,
You've been yabbering too, but I feel like I've just spit out.
I
Like
just
50
had a bunch
theories.
of yeahs and rights, but
I feel like fucking this. Hold on. You probably
like if your signature line of this show was in some capacity, mine would be yeah, or right.
right.
But
Alright.
no, the biggest thing I would say is I was saying last week when we were talking about episode 3 that I just really didn't care for it. It wasn't doing much for me or anything like that. This episode kind of changed that for me. I really like the aesthetic of the timekeepers and like that room they were in with like the red like neon. Like I just thought that was super cool looking. As soon as I saw it in the beginning, I was like, "Oh shit! Like this is dope." And
This is me. This is what I felt like.
that's you with every Marvel show.
This is me with anything.
Just like, gee.
This is what I felt like though when I was just thinking back on this.
Look at his
It's like it could be this and it could be that, but
it could be something really simple too.
I think it's a Loki, man.
Probably is.
And the show's called Loki. I think it's going to be.
What if this Loki that we've been following isn't the original Loki, and the original Loki is whose? I don't know. But it was good. I liked it. So
I thought it was good.
Does Loki survive this series?
Yes.
Okay.
Only because the dude already said he was writing Loki season 2.
Yeah.
So
there is a
Loki season 2.
The guy who wrote season 1 said he was working on season 2.
Okay.
So there was though, I will say, when Loki got pruned, right? There was a solid moment where I thought, oh shit. Because the show is called Loki, and we literally just learned that she really is a Loki. So I thought, are they really just going to have the rest of the show just be about her?
The Loki for the MCU is now going to be Sylvie?
Well, not that far, but just the rest of the show. The show was going to finish out with her. And I was like, are they really going to do that? Like Tom Hiddleston's like everybody's favorite. Like everybody loves Tom Hiddleston's Loki.
Oh yeah.
So I thought it'd be pretty fucking kind of ballsy for them to actually fucking kill him. Like it would have been honestly a terrible idea since not like a lot of people haven't been on board with the Sylvie character up to this point. So it would have been ballsy, but I think it would have been a bad choice. Like in dodgeball, it's like it's a bold choice, Cotton.
Right.
Like, it would have been a bold choice. Not a good choice, but a bold one.
True.
But then obviously when they show the post-credit scene, right, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes more sense. They're not going to kill Tom Hiddleston. I thought it was great, though, that just before all this happened, he confronts the timekeepers and all them, and they you got anything else to say, whatever, your last words, whatever, and he's just like, I've died so many times I can't count or whatever. I've lost count. So it's like, at least they acknowledge the fact. Like, I thought that was kind of like them memeing on themselves. Like, oh, Loki's gonna die again.
Right.
He's gonna come back again. Like, even Thanos couldn't fucking kill him because he's just back again. So yeah, that was good. What are your closing thoughts, John? Predictions?
I'm liking it. I don't know how they're gonna wrap it up. I mean, one of the things that I don't think we're gonna get if they're continuing with Tom Hiddleston, Loki's going to be part of the MCU, and they actually are doing a season 2, and Loki survives this. I mean, at some point we've got to have Thor find out that his brother's still alive. I mean, as far as the MCU at large is concerned, Loki is dead. Loki died in Infinity War. Thanos killed him, and they don't know. They don't know that he is that there's a version of him that's alive in the multiverse or whatever universe anywhere. So I mean, at some point Thor has to find out that he's alive, and I'm looking forward to that reveal at some point. I hope that's not something they just kind of don't address at any point. that clearly Loki has been brought up to speed by seeing the TVA and seeing them show him his future. He's been brought up to speed with what happens, but
that wasn't this
Thor
Loki though. Like his Thor is still like there. Our Thor isn't his Thor. He hasn't lost Asgard yet, etc., etc.
And this time stuff is confusing.
He has and he hasn't. I mean, he is out. He's a man out of time right now. He has no set
he can't
point
go
in
back
time
to
at this
anything.
point.
Yeah,
He can easily place himself, back in on Earth the moment after Thanos killed him, or he could, even at the moment Thanos killed, or he could just plop himself down in New Asgard, or whatever he wants to do. It's going to be interesting to see where they take the character and what his new status quo is at the end of the series.
that's why I think he's going to be running
but if
the
they're
TVA.
if they're not killing him off, then I would think at some point you have to have a moment where Thor finds out he's still alive and out there in the universe.
I only disagree with that because it kind of ruins our Thor's journey.
Yeah.
Because he's lost his Loki. It's all been a part of his journey. Him losing Asgard and everything, his father, find out he has a sister. She's kind of a dick. Like, kills her. Like, kills Asgard, gets destroyed, and then he finally loses his brother. Gives up being king because of all the shit. You know what I mean? And then, like, this Loki, he didn't go through any of that. So it'd be weird for him to show up and be like, hey,
right,
I didn't go through any of that stuff with you, but I'm back.
But then you've got a super disjointed MCU. You've almost got two different MCUs running concurrently. You've got an MCU that features all the characters that we know and Thor and everybody else, and then you've got an MCU that consists of this variant Loki and whatever his. You could never work this Loki into future storylines if you're going to keep him away from Thor and the rest of the MCU characters.
You can,
because
he becomes the Wizard of Oz. If he's the man behind the curtain and is running the TVA.
And that's assuming I still don't believe I don't believe the TVA is who they say they are. I mean that's
I think the TVA is a real thing. I 100% think it's a real thing. I don't think it's all been an illusion because it'd be a really convoluted, hard illusion.
Really complex illusion.
That's what I'm saying. It's a really complex illusion. Like, where'd this person get the fucking ideas to make all this reality? It'd be really weird. So I think it's a real thing. I just think someone else is behind it at this point. I think there were timekeepers. They're not in charge anymore. I think the most logical thing would be for a Loki to be in charge, and then you could have this King of Time Loki be concurrent in the current MCU, and it not be weird because it's like he exists outside of time and is above all of that, so he could plop down into main timeline MCU if he wants. He's the king of time. He's the god of time. Like,
right.
He can do whatever.
Who's going to be? So there's going to be two Lokis. There's going to be Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and then the Loki that's taken over the Timekeepers.
Yes, and then like our Loki will beat him and become the true king of time, like the god of time. So like our Loki will be behind the TVA, in charge of the TVA in the end, I guess is my guess. Or all of the Lokis in Loki world at the end are going to march on the TVA to take down whoever's there. So it's going to be a Loki variant army against the TVA. And then when they get there and find out who the man behind the curtain is, it's just another fucking Loki. You know what I mean? Like that.
We'll see. I mean, I think everything that we've, the multiverse of madness aspect of Doctor Strange, I think they're clearly, this is going to be laying the groundwork for the fact that there are that there's a multiverse, and we have like our prime multiverse that we're watching with, the events that happen in game and stuff, and that I think they'll rework this Loki back into that multiverse. He's just going to be, he'll have missed the events of Dark World and trying to think what else Loki was in prior to. I mean, Infinity War, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Ragnarok. He'll have missed those, but he knows what happened in those because of. And as far as Thor's journey goes, Thor already went through the heartache and hardships of having lost him. He went to that dark place. He became, Fat Thor and gave up, and then he kind of reconciled all that. He figured out a way to be who he wants to be and joined the Guardians and left Valkyrie in charge of Asgard, and so he's made peace with all the trauma that he went through in his life. And I don't think bringing this Loki back diminishes that for him. It doesn't remove the fact that he went through that.
Yeah, it wouldn't really diminish it. I just think it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
Just because for both of them. Like, yeah, wouldn't it be kind of, I don't know. Like I said before, I've never encountered a multiversal version of myself, so I don't know how I would react. Let alone a multiversal version of my dead brother. I've never had that happen either, so I don't know if it'd be like, cool, my brother's back, or it'd be like, you're not my brother, dude. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Kind of like the whole clone situation, right? It's like, which one's the real version? Like in what's it called? The Invincible show. That whole concept of which one's the real clone. And it's like, well, no one could ever know which one the real clone is. Like, blah, blah, blah. But It's that same kind of concept. Like, you just go with it. I don't know.
Okay. We'll see. We've got how many left? 2?
Yeah. 2. That was the last thing I'm going to add. That was the biggest reason I was so upset about episode 3. It was because that was the halfway point, and it's like there's only 3 more episodes, so you really don't have time to have throwaway episodes.
All right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just got to get to the point. Shit. Not like there's 16 like there were in Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's going to be in Bad Batch, I guess. But yeah.
I'm probably going to sign off once you go in.
Word, I feel that.
It's getting a little late.
Yeah. Well, that was it. Have you gotten any good figs? Any good figs lately, John? Playing games? What you been doing?
I'm trying to think. I've got Nebula now. I don't know if I had that the last time we talked.
Oh, they have Guardians 1 Star-Lord at the thing too, the comic book store. The one with the trench coat, yeah.
Be kind of a cool figure.
That is a good figure. That's the best.
Yeah, I think Nebula is the newest one I have. I've kind of been putting a pause on getting new figures for a little bit here.
I know the feeling.
My pre-order list is extensive enough. Did you see that they announced a White Vision?
No, I missed it.
They dropped a White Vision. They also dropped another Scarlet Witch. I'm not sure if they updated the head sculpt or not. But on their Insta feed, they had White Vision, and they also put something about Scarlet Witch. But I think it's just the same figure. For some reason, they were promoting it probably alongside the White Vision release.
That one looks better. The regular Vision figure looks way too jacked.
Well, I didn't actually. I just saw it earlier today, and I didn't have time to really look into it. But I was curious if this one is just simply a recolored version, or if it's actually a different figure.
Different head sculpt. It's definitely a different head sculpt.
He just doesn't have that bulkiness that the other figure has, I feel like.
I think that's just the color, though. I would imagine they would be using the exact same body.
I mean, you'd think.
Yeah, it would make sense for the lore for it to be the same body, but it would also just be much more cost efficient. But it's definitely a different head sculpt.
Which is good, because I actually prefer the head sculpt on this.
Yeah, I like the White Vision head sculpt looks a lot better than the regular Vision head sculpt.
It does.
I need to go back and look at their other Scarlet Witch, like the previews of their Scarlet Witch, because this Scarlet Witch looks even better to me than what I remember.
This beam they have on his head makes him look like a fucking unicorn.
It really does.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh man.
He's got multiple eyes, it looks like. Black eyes and
Oh, it's an LED.
Do they light
feature.
up?
Yeah, it's
Do
LED.
they light?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, again, that would have been better if they just put like a really like good reflective surface in there, so light would catch it better.
right.
Like I've been complaining about for the Jawa.
Yeah. Would agree.
It looks good.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good.
It's still not on Sideshow or anything yet, though.
It is. You have to go into you have to go to their main site and then go to
What's
their
new?
Hot Toys section. No, go to their Hot Toys section and it shows up there. Yeah, so if you just click on Sideshow up there or click on Hot Toys, sorry, the Hot Toys link, yep. Just click on the Hot Toys and
Oh, there it is.
there it is. I'm not really sure why they didn't put it on their front page, maybe because they've already released a Vision, I don't know.
Fucking unicorn, dude.
Right.
Oh man. I'm real salty about these Chinese distributors already having that 501st Battalion Trooper.
Oh yeah?
Real salty about it. That's
Never mind.
one of the main reasons I went to that damn comic store today.
To see if they had one.
Yeah, just to see if like, oh, maybe they got one in from a Chinese distributor or something. Maybe I'll find one. Didn't. Dude, man, I'd be real worried about this thing getting dirty.
That's what I was gonna say, but I was afraid you'd give me a snarky remark. Like, well, you're not gonna take it out of the
No,
I was literally about to say, like, dude, that thing would get dirty.
it wouldn't get dirty. I would just be afraid of it getting dirty.
Yeah, I mean, no, you get one smudge on
That's what I'm
you've got
saying.
some dirt on your fingertips and you pick it up.
Exactly.
I mean, you've got a what do
You
you do?
have
Take the
greasy
uniform off and
fingers,
wash it?
anything,
Like,
yeah. That's how I feel about my Krennic figure because he's got the white shirt. He's practically all white.
You could Scotch guard it. Technically, that's what I always do with my shoes to prevent like stains and liquid.
Yeah. He's real white. Let me look at that.
I was surprised that they released this one now, like
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just announce it with the other ones.
With the other ones, or why they didn't wait for, Doctor Strange to come out since she's going to be a part of that and announce it then. Like, it's such a weird time because people are mainly like they're all up in the Loki stuff right now. So why not? Did you see what was I looking at? If you go to Sideshow and you look at like they have almost as many figures available for pre-order as they do for actual purchase.
You see those BTS figures up top?
Yeah, they don't look very good.
I was gonna say you're gonna end up getting those.
They're way too expensive for how not good they are.
Are they Sideshow?
Yeah, they're just Sideshow statues.
Oh, they're okay.
Yeah, but like they're like $200 a piece, and like, dude, they're like
they don't look good.
No, they don't. $20 like
what the
Dragon Ball statues.
How is BTS as popular as they are? Like, I don't get it.
I'm gonna look at this Batman Beyond figure again though, since I could go buy one in person. At it again.
That looks sick. I'm surprised you didn't buy that.
Because it's expensive. It's $300, Rick.
It's true.
I don't just
the biggest thing for me is
that
face that face sculpt, the previous one you had up, that one that looks pretty good. I wish that the mask
there a mouth over
matched the faceplate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish the mask matched the faceplate, so that it looked like one seamless piece, like the traditional mask.
I agree.
Because without it, it just yes, it's the suit, it's the red, it's whatever, but it just doesn't look like Batman Beyond with a cowl instead of a full face mask.
Right. Yeah, if it was the same material, I mean, honestly though, just paint it. Like I could try to paint it that
Sure.
same color so it would be seamless.
I wonder if somebody will do a custom sculpt for it too.
Yeah, I mean that would be the most ideal. But if you
And it
paint
would be an easy custom sculpt too.
yeah, for
Like, I mean,
sure.
you'd have to make it look more lifelike, but it would just be a seamless black piece of plastic.
Yeah, for the most part.
There'd be, the furrowed brow and things that you have to put in to match just the look of the armor and stuff, but yeah.
The
That
only
is
thing
a
that's annoying
bulky,
too
beefy
is you
guy.
only get one Batman Beyond Batarang.
That's stupid.
One. And you get
That
more of
is
the
dumb.
fucking Arkham Knight Batarangs. Like it's like, dude, you have like 8 Arkham Knight figures and 1 Batman Beyond figure. Like, give me 3 Batman Beyond Batarangs. So, ugh. Like, you literally get 2 of these and 1 Batman Beyond Batarang for a Batman Beyond inspired figure. Where's the logic?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a beefy figure.
I mean, it's a great
Like,
looking
he's
figure,
thick.
like no matter what.
He like thick though. Like it's like he's been eating some cheeseburgers.
He's yoked, dude.
It's true. Covered in carbon fiber, etc., etc.
Covered in fucking muscles, man. The only thing I did notice too when I was because I watched I want to look at this too again. Justin was doing a review of the Hot Toys 501st Battalion figure. They made the shoulder pads and then the torso armor. The shoulder pads are too small and the torso armor is too big. So he looks like this. Like
What figure is this?
the
501st?
The 501st Battalion. I'll show you. It's harder to see in the pictures because like I never noticed it in the pictures. But when I was watching his review, it didn't look good. Kind of pissed me off. Like they just made it like too. It's like when because this is the same body. Like when the arms are out like that, you don't really notice it. But see if I can. Actually, I want the deluxe one. Like 250.
While you're doing this, I'm gonna. I can't tell you how disappointed I was to see
There it
that
is.
they revealed the new Spider-Man costume.
Did they full reveal
And
it or
that
just in the Lego
it
thing?
well, no, not full reveal, but just
Oh,
in the
okay.
Lego thing.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking to get the in-game or the Infinity War Spider-Man because I think he'll go well with the in-game figures. And I'm really afraid since it's got the new costume appears to have that kind of look to it, that people are gonna start looking for that version of the figure again.
Right.
I'm afraid it's gonna drive the price back up, basically, is what I'll get around to.
So again, when his arms are out like this, he looks normal. Right? You can kind of tell in this picture. Oh, and also they like this the first gen helmets are like way too oversized, but it's not because of the helmet, it's because the shoulders aren't wide enough.
Those are tiny little shoulder pads.
So it makes him look well, it's not just the shoulder pads though, it's the body they use.
He just doesn't have broad shoulders.
Yeah, and then the size of the chest armor is too big in comparison. So like he's got very narrow shoulders and a really thick chest plate. So he's just not wide enough. And like you see it perfectly at one point too, because I'm just gonna pull up Justin's review in a minute. Because he pulls out the sideshow fives from like a couple years ago, and he has like a way better proportion to him.
Right.
I'll pull it up. Shit.
I actually may go ahead and sign off. I hate to say that and be that guy, but
I feel that, dude.
It's tired. It's been a long week. I'm getting old.
I feel that, my dude.
But if anybody wants to, you can follow me over on Instagram at Sir Rick Metz. Like, subscribe. You know the drill.
Look, Rick, before you go. Kidding me? Okay,
Dude, that looks weird.
Exactly.
Like he never did shoulder. He's got no delts.
There's nothing. Look at that.
He looks, yeah.
Look how unproportioned that looks.
He looks lanky under the armor.
Yeah, it really bummed me out because this just doesn't look right. And it's just because this is too big. So his arms, like, they can't even sit flat on his body. They just go like far out like that, but the shoulders aren't broad enough.
He needs to have like big, broad.
Yeah, and then look, when Fives comes out, he doesn't have the problem. That's the Fives.
No.
That's the Sideshow Fives.
Much broader shoulders.
You can see his shoulders. Then when he holds them side by side at one point here. Look at that. Fives does not have this issue. Look how fucking clean and good that looks. His shoulders are normal. But then this dude's just like, yoop. This looks like a fucking infant or a toddler in clone armor.
It really does. It looks like a little kid.
I don't know what they were thinking with this body. And now, if they continue making clone troopers, they're all going to have this goddamn body. So it really bummed me out because I wanted to get them. But like, I honestly think this one looks better. Yeah. This old ass Sideshow body.
Get that one.
Figure is like $800.
Oh damn!
And it doesn't look that good. Like everything else is better about the Hot Toys one. Everything else, like the paint job is better. The actual body itself, like you know, stability wise, is better. It's just the overall shape of it wasn't done right, man. It's just the shoulders are too small. Like look at. It almost looks like he's holding like a little 12-inch figure on the right. Or a little like 6-inch figure rather. Like look at them nice big shoulders there, dude. This dude is dainty as fuck looking. Now mind you, when like there's the old school Rex. The old Sideshow Rex. It doesn't look as bad when like I said, when they have his like arms out, it looked okay. But like when you have him in some poses, like it doesn't look all that bad.
No,
like it doesn't look all that bad. It looks okay. I'm still gonna buy a couple of them because I want some 501st, or at least I'm thinking about it.
How much are these figures?
$250 for the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition comes with the 2 extra head sculpts. So you get this one, the Ahsoka one, and then you get the Gen 1 Clone Trooper helmet, and then you get this repeating blaster cannon, all with the special edition. That's $250. The regular one's $220.
I can't remember if like Jeddah said he was buying like 10 of them or something. Like
Justin bought 6.
6?
He bought.
I mean, that's insane.
I know. It was just like that's literally like
$1,500 on.
Yeah.
And that's I just want shipping and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I just want 3 because there's 3 helmets. I just want to be able to use one of each. That's it. I want 3. So what I plan on doing is buying one deluxe one. Actually, I don't know. I might just get like. Here's the problem: the deluxe one also comes with this backpack. So if you buy one
the deluxe one is only
$30.
How much more is it? Like $30 more. Yeah, it doesn't make sense not to buy the deluxe. Yeah,
that's what I was saying, and it will have more resale value later. So like, I'll probably just get, I'll probably get 3 deluxe ones at some point. At least I'm gonna try to. It just depends. Like if I can find them all in a store or something, I'll be much more inclined to do it. But it's like $800-900 on fucking unnamed Clone Trooper number 4. Right? Actually, 501st, I guess. But I'm gonna have Captain Rex, so like, and Anakin in Clone Wars armor, and I'm gonna have Ahsoka I can use these fucking clone troopers. Like, I actually can use these 3 clone troopers. I could have one with the Ahsoka helmet chilling with Ahsoka. I could have one chilling with Anakin, and then another one chilling with Rex.
I am gonna go ahead and sign off.
All
Sorry,
right,
not to interrupt your conversation.
get the fuck out of here! I'm just kidding.
Follow me on Instagram, Sir Rick Metz.
Say it again. Now you're on camera.
Follow me on Instagram at Sir Rick Metz.
There you go.
Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So,
like, subscribe.
Have a good 4th of July
him
too
on Instagram.
Yeah, be safe. Don't blow your hands off. Don't drink too much.
Don't drive.
Definitely don't do that.
Don't drink and drive. You can
Definitely,
drive.
Yeah, drive all you want, but don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
God.
And then if you are driving,
what kind of monster?
Look out for drunk drivers.
That's true. I'm gonna have to do that on my way home.
You will, dude. Speaking of which, I had to go take Sarah at the airport today, and then I had to go back down the downtown earlier today and pick up some stuff. Guess how many cops I passed?
10.
Yeah, one way.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I think I saw like 30 plus cops today in a span of like 3 hours.
Damn.
Fucking crazy. But
Jeez. Yeah. Well, John, have a great night, sir.
Take
I don't
care,
know if we're
Rick.
gonna do
Talk
the
to you
show
later.
tomorrow or Sunday, or doesn't matter to me. So.
Yeah, I'm free all weekend, so I can do the show whenever you guys want.
Let me know about tomorrow.
Well, you let me know about tomorrow.
Oh, I'll wake
Just
up,
hit me up,
drink some coffee. Yeah, I'll be good. So
I ain't gonna be doing it. Not you said around like 12 or 1.
whenever.
That'd probably be the most I'd do.
Okay,
That'd probably be around the earliest I'd want to do it.
that's fine.
So yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, I'll see you, John.
All right, man. Take care.
See ya.
Did you say you were heading in, you think? Because I might hop off too.
Yeah, probably. I didn't know how much more I was gonna be doing tonight.
I'm gonna. You said Final Fantasy 14? Did you say it was free to download from their site?
Yes, you sign up for a free trial.
Steam's got it for $20.
Oh, really? If you buy it, you gotta let me do the refer a friend code for you first. It is a subscription-based game, so like you can play the free trial up to level 60.
Okay.
That's why if you do the free
Well,
trial,
I'll just do that. I'll just
Yeah.
do the free trial then.
and the good thing about that is
I don't know what
what
I don't know what you get with the $20 purchase on Steam. I don't know if you got like expansion packs or something with it or what, but
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I bought it from their site because I was able to at the
Okay.
time. I did end up buying it and like digitally upgrading, so like I have all the expansions now. Haven't played in a while, but you like now you can play through like all the content up to level 60, and before you buy the game. So like
Okay.
the only caveat is while you're on the free trial, you can't invite people to a group, but like I can invite you to my group. So like but you have to play on my server, obviously.
Yeah.
But it plays just like WoW and Star Wars. But like kind of the good thing about Final Fantasy, it's more like Star Wars in the sense that it's if you play it by yourself, single player, it's a fulfilling game. You don't have to play it like
Okay.
multiplayer. It's like it's
Okay.
story RPG driven, like much like the Star Wars game is, you know. Whereas WoW really has nothing to do with that. WoW is pretty much nothing matters until you're at max level. But that's not how Final Fantasy is. And the other cool thing about Final Fantasy is you know how in WoW there was all the different classes, right? Like a warrior, paladin, mage, whatever.
Yep.
In Final Fantasy, there's that shit too, but you can do all of that with one character. Each class is called a job, and you can pick any of them at any time and start playing that class on one character. So you can make your one character and start playing as, you know, a warrior, and then if you want to switch, you just go pick up the other job and start leveling that one up instead. So like,
Okay.
it's a lot like it's a lot more fulfilling in that level. You know, you don't have to redo a bunch of shit because like some of the classes, some of the gear can carry over. So like, depending on what you're doing, like obviously if you leveled up like a melee class and started playing a range class, yeah, you're gonna need all new gear. But like if you went from melee to melee, then like a lot of your gear you could still use in the other, you know, for the other job. So you would be like really good as you're leveling and shit like that.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun with it the first time I played it. I got to like level 50 something. I'm like almost level 60. But there's a new expansion coming out for it like soon. And the main reason I wanted to start playing it again was because like oddly enough, a ton of like WoW players have switched over to Final Fantasy at this point, and like it's just becoming a lot more popular. And there's a new event. Well, it's not a new event, but there's an event coming up in September, I think, where you get this fucking mount. And like, I just want to start playing again so I can get this fucking mount when it comes out. Let me pull it up. Like, I was watching a video and like about like all the mounts or something, and they're like, "Yeah, it's coming back, and you can get it in like September." And because it's not available at all times, there's only a special event that happens like randomly, and then you can get this mount. But it's literally a damn it, where's that? It's this car, right? It's a 4-seater car, so you can have 4 people sit in this car, but
It looks like a Batmobile with the top taken off.
yeah, but it also flies.
Oh, that's
Like,
sweet.
yeah, and well, that's the thing too. Every mount in the game flies, actually.
Okay.
So even if it doesn't make sense, it still flies. Just because it's just easier that way, I guess. Like, which is fine. It makes sense for some things, like the car when it starts flying, it actually has like an animation that makes it like change. But like some things, like there's like an elephant mount. The elephant just starts flying. Like it just if you just hit space bar, then it goes. But the car, like it fucking like transforms and like shit happens. But yeah, this is
That's cool.
supposedly the event to get this car is coming back in like September or November or something. So I was just like, I want to fucking get this car, dude. Like, I just want to cruise around in this fucking car. Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
there's like a fucking whale mount. I want to fly though. Show it flying, dude. I want to see this thing flying. Get in the car and make it fly. Oh, there. Look at that shit. Boom.
Well, that's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking cool, dude.
Very
Like,
cool.
and it can go. It
Yeah.
can swim and shit. Like, it's cool, man. It's a flying car. Like
Yes, it
that's
is.
fucking dope, dude. I don't care what anybody says. It is literally a Batmobile though, and it's cool that 4 people can sit in it.
Yeah. Does it automatically do that when you, like, land and stuff? It
Yeah,
automatically you don't have to, like okay.
yeah, fucking cool, dude. Dude, this is why we gotta start playing though, so we can get this fucking car. I don't know what's needed to do it. I haven't looked into it at all. I just know it's coming back.
Okay.
But we need the car. I need the car. That's the only mount I need in this game. It literally looks like the Batmobile.
Yeah. Yeah, just with that top taken off.
Yeah. Well, Keaton blew his top off briefly. Wasn't that Keaton?
He took the top off?
Didn't he have to blow it off during one of the chase scenes? Or was
He
that
blew the
Batman
sides.
Forever?
He blew the
I remember the sides that go through the alley,
he
but
blew the sides off to go through the alley and returns.
yeah. Well, oh, okay. How about this? Clooney did not have a top when he went in the last scene of the movie. There was no top. There was no top on the Forever car too. Or am I high? I'm pretty sure there wasn't a top.
Now I have to look it up. I thought there was, but yeah, because there was a top because Robin takes the Batmobile at one point, and when he goes to fight the thugs in the alley, they think he pulls up in the car, and the thugs are like, "It's Batman, Batman!" Then he hops out, and they're like, "Wait, that's not Batman."
You're right. I remember. I could have swore there was a scene where the top was down though, or got blown off. Dude, I know
Yeah,
the
I don't
movie
know.
was fucking corny, but I honestly think this car looks kind of cool.
The Forever Batmobile?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. No, I love Batman Forever. There are a lot of people
I think it's a good movie. I think it's fine.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that hate on it, and Tommy Lee Jones chews the shit out of the scenery in it. I'll give you that. But
Yeah,
Jim Carrey's Riddler is pretty fun, and it's a fun movie. Like, it's not going to be an Oscar winner by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll tell you this: it's a better movie than Batman Returns.
Yeah, Batman Returns isn't
Batman
really that good.
No, it's not. But because it's Keaton and because it's Burton and because the first Batman was so good, Batman Returns gets a pass from a lot of people. But
it's like they're
it's a
obligated to like it.
Exactly, because it's the same creators of the first one. But
it's like, well, I like the first one, so I have to say I like this one.
Yeah,
no, you don't. I thought this one looked cool too. This one doesn't have a top. I was right. There's no fucking top on this. I knew I wasn't crazy. God damn it. I thought this one looked cool too. I'm not lying. I thought it looked pretty cool. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yep.
But yeah, Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey were in a completely different fucking movie. Like, literally. But, like, it was still okay. Like,
Yeah.
Like, it was still fine. Like, it worked.
Yeah.
Like, ish.
Yeah,
I think it would have been better if they toned it down a little bit because, like, Val Kilmer was not in the same movie as they were at all.
No.
Like, and
No.
he was a decent Bruce Wayne and a decent Batman. Like, he was fine.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you've got a broad range of comics over the years, some of which are silly and goofy, some of which are just superhero antics, some of which are dark and gritty, and obviously the Bale movies and they tend to scale towards the dark and gritty versions. But I thought Batman Forever was just like a classic comic book superhero story. Two wacky villains, and Batman is played pretty serious. He's not played real campy by Kilmer by any stretch of the imagination. But
it was like a mix of Batman the Animated Series and the Adam West Batman.
Yeah, and Batman Returns is like, I don't know what that is. It's like you have the camp of literally penguins with missiles on their backs, trying to go blow up the city. I mean, how ridiculous and campy is that? But then you've got like this super serious dark tone with like the penguin's parents literally dumping him in the sewers to kill him, and all the stuff with Selena Kyle and her boss, just abusing her, and it's just, the whole thing is just really weird, and I'm like, I like it, but I think I kind of like it just because it's Batman and just because there's a nostalgia factor to it for me. But I've watched it since, and I think it's by far I like Batman Forever more.
I've always said that. Like, I have always thought that Forever for the longest time, Forever was my favorite of those movies.
Yeah.
Like, all of them. Like, even more than the first one. Like, and it was probably because the first one I watched so much that I just got tired of it. Because for the longest time, I think that was 89, and then Forever came out in 97. So, like, there was a big gap there.
Forever was 95.
Was 95
Batman
and
Robin was
97?
97, yeah.
Well, there was a big gap there for a while.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously that whole time wasn't that long because I was born in 90, but all up until I came out, all I was watching was Batman, like the first one.
89, yeah.
Yeah, like for a long, long time. And then, like,
Yeah.
it took me a while to even, like, as my brain was developing, I was still watching Batman because I knew Batman because that's the one I was watching when I was a wee lad. So when Forever came out, I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I
Alright.
think it's good. Do you want to do a show tomorrow or Sunday? I'm literally free anytime on, like, pretty much
I mean,
either day.
I'm supposed to do family stuff Sunday or Monday because those are my 2 days off this week. I gotta work tomorrow, so, if we try and do it Sunday, I'm gonna be hit or miss. I feel like it's more likely that I can definitely say I'll be there tomorrow night if we do it tomorrow night, so.
Okay, yeah, that's good, that's good. Because Sarah's like I said, she's out of town all weekend, so, like, I literally can do it whenever. I don't have
Okay.
anything not that I can't do it if she's here, just, like, I don't have anything else to do, you know?
I mean, if you guys wanna try and get started earlier tomorrow, I could try and be ready closer to 8 or 8:30, but
Okay,
yeah.
that'll work for me.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Well, have a good one. I'm gonna hop off and go get some sleep before I gotta get up and work.
Alright, man, just hit me up tomorrow, we'll figure it out.
Sounds good.
Oh, and start downloading that
I'll
game,
see you.
the free trial.
Alright, will do.
Alright,
Alright, see you.
alright, later. Alright, pull that off. So, yeah, stay tuned, everybody, for the show. We're gonna do the show, it's coming out on Monday. For that show, it's called Honest and Uneducated. You can submit topics and questions that we will address on that very show by emailing us at honestanduneducated@gmail.com. That's honestanduneducated@gmail.com. If you haven't seen the show before, it comes out every Monday around 7 a.m. It's like a podcast. It's up on YouTube as well, though. It's a YouTube show, but it does go up in podcast form when we talk, movies, movie news, video games, comic books, pretty much everything that happened here in this show. But it's a lot more structured than the streams. The streams we just kind of like hang out, just bullshit for the most part. But so go watch the show. You can search, like I said, it does go up in podcast form. So if you just search Honest and Uneducated on any of your podcast platforms of choice, go subscribe to it there. And then obviously Rob Bifo here on YouTube. That's the channel. Go ahead and give it a like, give it a subscribe, all that sorts of fun stuff. Then every Wednesday, I'm going to have to fix this real quick, but every Wednesday, we have our collectible reviews go up. And those, most recently, was the Beast Kingdom. What am I thinking of? The Beast Kingdom Dark Knight Rises memorial statue. That's what it is. I'm looking right at it. I was trying to remember the name, but that is that review went up this past Wednesday, so you can go check that out. I gave my thoughts and have some high-res pictures of it there. Just your classic collectible review. And like I said, all the reviews normally go up every Wednesday. We stream every Friday, and then the show goes up every Monday. But that'll do it, guys. So again, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, share it around, all those sorts of fun stuff. But until next time, guys. Oh yeah, you can follow me at Sir Rob Bifo as well. So do that. But until next time, guys.